So today I wanted to talk to you about Pythagoras. Now, you need to know the Pythagorean equation, and you probably recognise c squared equals a squared plus b squared. If you find it hard to remember or use, I think the best thing to remember is actually h squared equals a squared plus b squared. And backwards that says bah, so it's easier to remember, B-A-H, bah humbug. Okay, now what this means is if you have a right angle triangle, and it does only work for right angle triangles, so we're going to have a 90-degree angle in here, and we're going to join this up, and we have, again, a right angle triangle. What it states is, if you measure this length and create a square, oops, oh god, wow, that's really amazing drawing that is, of this length, so this side and this side are all the same length, and if you then create another square, with the side length of the other side, that this area and this area will add up to make the square of this area. So these two added will make your longest side area. So this is why I suggested you learn h squared equals a squared plus b squared, because the longest side of a right angle triangle, which is always opposite the right angle, has a special name, and that's called the hypotenuse. Now, the other two sides don't really need a special name. We just need to remember that we pick out the hypotenuse every time, and that the other two sides, so the other sides that touch the right angle, their square areas add up to make this side. So here's an example. If this side is worth 3 centimetres, and this side is worth 4 centimetres, we can work out the area of this. So if this square means that each side is worth 3 centimetres, then I have 3 centimetres going this way, obviously this isn't drawn to scale, and 3 centimetres going this way, so I have 9 centimetres squared in total. And here, if this is worth 4 centimetres, I have 4 centimetres going this way, and I have 4 centimetres going this way. So that gives me 16 centimetres squared in total. That means that this side must be 16 centimetres squared plus the 9 centimetres, sorry, why have I just done that? Mop it. Okay. Which equals 16 plus 9 equals 25 centimetres squared. So this means that if I have 25 centimetres squared, I must have the square root of 25, which is 5. And if you're not sure about square roots, there's a video on them. So basically 5 times 5 makes 25. So I now know that 5 centimetres is the length of each of the sides of this square, which means that my hypotenuse must be 5 centimetres. So let's just show this again in short. I didn't know what my hypotenuse length was, but I did know that my a squared was worth 16 and my b squared, because a and b are always your two side lengths that touch your right angle, and they added up to make 25 centimetres squared. So now I know that h squared equals this, but I needed to know h, so what I need to do is to do the inverse of my squared function, which is my inverse means the opposite, which is the square root. So the square root of 25 equaled 5. So I know that my side length was 5 centimetres squared.